WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have something from Auchentoshan, not bad. Signatory Vintage, the Un-Chillfiltered Collection, also not bad. So this is a natural color, people, 46%. Bum, bum, bum. We call this cola in a glass over here in bottle. I have a problem with this bottle. Boom. From the very beginning. Let's get to the point. This is something, and I'm going to read it directly from the label here. This said matured in Oloroso sherry finish 9 months after Hogshead. This is a 9-month finish at 46%. How wet was that cask? I mean, come on, people. I mean, look at this. You can't even see through it. I mean, it's 46% and it's absolutely dark as Coca-Cola. And that's what they call natural color. Well, is it natural? Yes. Because there's no Zuckercouleur, as we say here in Germany, this E150A that they added to it. And so it is natural. So this is whiskey base number 174093. As I said, it was in a Hogshead for up to about 12 years, and then received a 9-month finish in cask number 2 of a Oloroso sherry. But if I'm right here, does it say cask or does it say but? Oloroso sherry finish. So I paid €82.90 for this, and this is a whiskey.de exclusive. This can only be bought on whiskey.de website. So they have 847 bottles of this that they need to sell at a price of $82.90. Ouch, I'm not really sure they're going to be able to do that as quickly as they wanted to. Now, this was actually distilled on the 31st of October, Halloween, 2007, yay. And it was bottled on the 26th of November 2020. Now, I want to compare it to something. I have here an old bottle that I dug out of my shelving unit over there. This is 1988 Pedro Jimenez PX Sherry Cask Finish. This is also Auchentoshan. This is also a finish, and this has, unfortunately for the comparison, 49.7%. Now, forgive me, I left my little bit in there from my German video, so I don't have to waste any of this, because this is precious stuff. This is €288 at whiskey.de, or if I go to another German site, €359 per bottle, so every little drop counts here. So I just want to show a comparison here. This is a 13-year-old whiskey with a 9-month-old finish. This is a 29-year-old whiskey with a Pedro Jimenez finish. This is what it should look like. This is not normal. This is what's possible, but I don't know if that's actually good or not. So let's take a look at what this is on our nose. First of all, it doesn't smell like anything I've had from Oloroso sherry. It smells like red wine gummies. I love from England these wine gummies, especially the red ones. You chew on them, then you kind of bite into them, and they're just all encompassing. They're not going to take out your fillings, but they are, they might, but they are very soft, but yet very, very, very tough to bite into. Lovely, lovely stuff. Red gummy bears. That's what I'm getting, but I'm not getting the normal Oloroso moment that you would expect here. I'm getting plum. I'm getting a little bit of leather. So it's not the worst nose, but it's not exactly what I would expect here. 13-year-old Auchentoshan. Now, to be very, very honest, I have no idea what the Auchentoshan tastes like, because all I'm getting is that sherry influence. The sherry totally overwhelms the natural distillation process that was originally used here. Triple distilled. According to this very, very smart book, the Malt Whiskey Yearbook 2021. Auchentoshan has done something that's very, very amazing. Signatory must be proud. It says, since 2010, sales of Auchentoshan single malts have increased by an impressive 200%. And it now sells around 1.7 million bottles a year. Wow. And how did they do it? They actually wanted to go for the younger generation and they have actually achieved that. Very, very, very good. So the interesting thing, of course, is Auchentoshan is triple distilled, and they have a wash still with 17,500 liters. They have an intermediate still with 8,200 liters, and they have a spirit still with 11,500 liters. So I guess they gather probably 2 of their intermediate stills and put it into the spirit still to actually distill it then. All right, so let's taste these. 46%, 49.7. Cheers. Sour grapes, sour pineapple, not pineapple, grapefruit. Oh, it's even worse, more sourness. Now the color might be good, but the sherry they use for this is not at all something I'd like to drink. It's must be very young, very sour, very, very immature. Towards the end, we get a tiny little bit of a nice raisin type of sherry moment. But it's like, oh, look, it's not a good whiskey. Oh, look, it's sour. Oh, look, it's sour and almost like a bitter type of moment. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, okay, good. A young, very, very, very not concise, not round, not something I'd like to taste at all. I'm going to dilute it down to about 40%. Get rid of some of that heat. And by the way, the color didn't change much at all, which is really, really interesting. So here, once again, about 40%, about 49% for the Pedro Jimenez. So this must be one of the most intensive coloring agents that they could find in that sherry there. It's not bad. Diluted down a little bit. It gets some sweetness in there. It gets rid of some of that sourness. Nah, still. People, do not buy this. I'm sorry. This is for me a C minus D plus type of whiskey. It's more of a D plus, but with water, it's actually almost drinkable. Now, I'm sure many people are going to look at this bottle and go, oh, I want to buy it. Look at that color. This color is beautiful. With that beautiful dark color, it must be one of the best whiskeys in the world because darker means better. It's 9 months of finishing, people. It's not that really great. So going over here to our Pedro Jimenez finish. Anytime you're finishing 29-year-old anythings in a Pedro Jimenez sherry butt or sherry casks, there's a reason. There's a reason because the original whiskey just doesn't cut the mustard. Otherwise, you would have filled it up at a 30-year-old, wonderful, bourbon-matured yumminess, which just wasn't. So what do? You clap on a type of finish, and then you go, ta-da! And you sell this bottle for 288 or 350 euros. Now, the nose is fantastic. This is the sherry. This is the Pedro Jimenez. This is the chocolate-covered raisins I love and I like in a whiskey. I could fall in love with this nose. This is beautiful. And I've done a whiskey video about this. You can go back and you just type in Auchentoshan 1988. There's only 2 or 3 videos online of anyone who's ever done this. I'm one of those people. Now, even back then, I remember liking the nose, but there's a lot of mineralness. Towards the end, it takes a little bit of while for the Pedro Jimenez to kick in. Now, it's not a bad whiskey. This is like a C plus whiskey. But if I'm going to lay $300 on the table, I want something more than a C plus. And this has a lot to do with expectations and what was delivered. And I remembered having this bottle. I had very high expectations, and I was very, very deeply disappointed. Now over here, as soon as I read about what this bottle was, I bought it without actually knowing that it was as dark as it was. And then I started doing my research for my video. I was like, uh-oh, we got ourselves a winner here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Because people are really tearing into this bottle and going, how can they? How can they have such a color after 9 months? How can they sell this for 82 euros and 90 cents and try to actually then get people to go, ew, it's great. And it's not, because darker is often not better. All right, WhiskyJason here. My question of the day is, what type of bottlings from Auchentoshan can you not recommend? This is an anti-video. This is one of those videos that I don't like to do that often, but I'm just going to still ask, what type of bottlings from Auchentoshan have you had and you were like, never again? No, thank you. I like the old 3 woods from Auchentoshan. I had a 2020 bottling, new design, might have been 2019, 2020, and it wasn't good. I remember the 3 woods being so much better, at a little bit of a plastic type of moment, a little bit like a Play-Doh type of moment in there. It really just wasn't up to par, which I remembered Auchentoshan 3 woods being. I remember drinking that and going, this is one of the best whiskeys in the world. Together with Balvenie Double Wood, together with Glendronach 12. And to be honest, the only one of those 3 that I still like to drink is Glendronach 12. Balvenie Double Wood, not what it used to be. And also here, especially the Auchentoshan 3 woods, in my opinion, not what it used to be. So, question of the day, what Auchentoshan would you recommend to avoid? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you very much for liking. WhiskyJason here. Thank you very much for watching. All the best. See you soon. Bye-bye.